Hello people and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with a summary and today's story is Quality by John Galsworthy. So let's get right into it. Quality, written by John Galsworthy, represents the class of classic artisans who became extinct in an unequal combat against mass automation and production. It tells the story of Chesler brothers and shows how the artist and his art choke in a highly materialistic and commercial world, where success is determined not by the qualities of excellence, dedication, sincerity, honesty, and hard work, but by the cheapening of quality and the glamour of advertisement. The author's acquaintance with the Chesler brothers stretched back to the days of his extreme youth, when they made his father's boots, inhabiting two little shops let into one in a small by street in the West End of London. What was unique about the tenement was that it merely had the name of Chesler Brothers on its face, together with a few pair of boots in the window, the slim pair of pumps, the patent leathers with cloth tops, and the tall brown riding boots with marvelous sooty glow. The author failed to understand why those boots were always there, because they made only what was ordered. They could never make anything that failed to fit, and it was impossible that they would tolerate leather on which they had not worked themselves. He, however, felt that such shoes could only be made by one who saw before him the soul of boot. They were truly prototypes incarnating the very spirit of all footgear. The narrator was promoted to them at the age of 14, and it had been since that time that he considered their boot-making ability to be mysterious and wonderful. Once he had asked if it wasn't awfully hard to do, and had received the answer, "It is an art." The younger brother seemed to be made from leather, with his yellow, crinkly face and crinkly reddish hair and beard, and his guttural, one-toned voice. He seemed to be stiff and slow of purpose, and had grey-blue eyes that had in them the simple gravity of one secretly possessed by the ideal. His elder brother was so very like him, except that he was watery, paler in every way, with a great industry, and used to say, "I will ask my brother." It was not possible to run up the bills with the brothers or give them the comfortable assurance that one was still their client, because it was not possible to go to them very often. His boots lasted terribly, as if they had the essence of boot stitched into them. One had to enter their shop restfully, as one enters a church, and wait till the face of one of the brothers would peer down from the top edge of the well. Then he would come down blinking, as if wakened from some dream of boots, and after getting the order, would retire whence he came, and soon come back flaunting a piece of gold-brown leather and complimenting its beauty. After agreeing to the date of delivery, the narrator would leave, as if heard the tip-tap of his bast slippers restoring him to his dream of boots. It was, however, a new kind of footgear that the narrator would order. He would remove the boot and observe it with eyes, at once critical and loving. Take the measure of the boot with a pencil, feeling himself into the heart of my requirements. The author remembers the day when he had complained that the last pair of town walking boots had creaked. The brother had looked at him for some time without replying, as if expecting him to withdraw or qualify the statement. Asked him whether he had got them wet before they had set, and then promised to take a look at them, going as far as to say, "If I can do nodding with them, I take them off your bill." The integrity of the person comes out clearly through this promise. Once the author had absent-mindedly entered the shop in a pair of boots bought in an emergency at some large firm. The younger brother took the order without showing him any leather, his eyes penetrating the pair of boots, and he finally said, "Those are not my boots." There was something quiet in the tone that froze the blood. Then something gave way within him, and he spoke long and bitterly about the hardships of his trade. "They get it all. They get it by advertisement, not by work," he said. "The result of it is that presently he has no work." The lined face and the grey hairs in the beard seemed to tell the story of his bitter struggle. The author explained the circumstances of the purchase of those ill-omened boots and, in an effort to overcompensate, ordered many pairs, which lasted more terribly than ever, resulting in his not being able to willfully go to the boot seller for nearly 2 years. When he finally went to the shop, he was surprised to find that another name also that had a bootmaker was painted outside one of the two little windows of his shop, of course, proclaiming that they had made for the royal family. The old familiar pairs of boots were huddled in the single window. The contracted well of the one little shop was more scented and darker than ever. The younger brother came down after a long time, and after recognizing the author, observed reproachfully, "People do not want good boots, it seems." To escape from his reproachful eyes and voice, the author asked him what he had done to the shop. He quietly answered that it was too expensive. He could not afford to keep both the shops due to the decline in their business, and therefore had to let one go. Though the author wanted only 2 pairs, he ordered 3 and quickly left. It was again many months before his next visit to the shop, paid with the thought that he could not leave the old boy and hoping that it would be his elder brother this time, who did not have that character or personality to reproach the author. It did seem to be the elder brother handling a piece of leather, who, on being greeted by the author, revealed that his elder brother had died. It was with a shock that the author realized that he was speaking to the younger one. But the younger brother looked very aged and wan. He complimented his elder brother and touched the top of his head, perhaps to indicate the cause of his elder brother's death. He said that his elder brother could not get over losing the other shop. Driven out of his sanctorum and deprived of the sap of life, he had choked to death. The author ordered several pairs of boots, and when they finally came, they were better than ever. It was not possible to wear them out. Soon after that, the author went abroad, and it was over a year before he was again back in London. A year ago, the brother had looked a man of 60. Now he looked like a man of 75, pinched and worn and tremulous. It took him some time to recognize the author, and he again offered to make the boots quickly, as it is a slack dime. The author again ordered 4 pairs and left. It was painful to watch him. So feeble had he grown. The author had almost lost all hopes of getting them. When the 4 pairs arrived one evening in a parcel, opening it, he tried them on and found them in the shape and fit, in finish and quality of leather, the best that he had made. However, the author was shocked to find the bill in one of the boots, because it was never sent in till quarter day, one of the 4 days in the year fixed in the English calendar as the day for payment or recovery of debt. The author immediately posted the check with his own hand. A week later, passing by the little street, the author decided to go into the shop and compliment the brother on the splendid fitting of the boots. He was shocked to see the name gone, though the pair of shoes were still at the window. He went in much disturbed and was greeted by a young Englishman, the 2 shops having again been made into one. He came to know that Mr. Chesler was now dead, and that he had starved himself. The Englishman told the author that it was slow starvation, as the doctors called it, The young Englishman added that he was sitting over his boots day and night to the very last. He never gave himself enough time to eat and never had a penny in the house. He sacrificed all his money in rent and leather. He wouldn't have a soul touch his boots except for himself. When he took an order, it took him such a time to complete it. The Englishman told the author that he would get the best leather and do it all by himself. In spite of the competition, he never advertised. However, there was no doubt that not a man in London made a better boot. Who could ascertain the fact better than the author? That he did indeed make good boots. And that was the short summary. So basically, it is an excellent short story that dwells on the theme of the artisan's dignity and pride, and it declines and falls in the face of the challenge thrown by automation and mass production. The Jessler brothers made quality shoes from very good quality leather without any mention of ornamentations. The shoes were custom made and lasted unbelievably long. The advent of automation and mass production, however, brought to the customers variety and economy without any care to quality. Trash, as was told by the younger brother. The producers of such goods were endowed with the land, labor, capital, and organization, but no self-respect, you see. It was an unequal competition for the brothers who never really compromised with their quality of shoes. Neither did they have the requisite mindset and means to compete with the big manufacturers. Their death marks the death of true art, remembered, however, by the true devotees of art like the narrator himself, whose eyes are clouded with tears at the end of the story. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this helps you. And if you guys liked it, leave a like. Comment something below. Comment your favorite story below. I've been telling this for so many days. Nobody comments anything. So please do comment your favorite story. I would love to read that. And yeah, that's it. Share my video, and yeah, I'll be back next week with the whole audiobook of this story. Okay, goodbye.